Hi, welcome to this lecture. What you are going to learn in this lecture is about workspace. Workspace is the collection of panels that are presented in your main screen or your main working area. When you open After Effects, you are presented with the standard workspace, at least when you open it the first time. In the standard workspace, you are presented with several panels: the project panel, the composition panel, info panel, the audio, the preview panel, and the effect panels. Of course, the most important panel is your composition panel and the timeline. Let's go through the workspace and every panel in this standard workspace. The first one and the most important one is the project workspace. In the project workspace, in this area, all the elements that you have created or imported will be listed here, such as your compositions, the images you imported, the movies you brought in, the Photoshop files and Adobe Illustrator files, and so on. So it's important that you get very organized in this area and you don't have a list of 100 items that you don't know which one is which. The next most important panel is the composition panel or the composition viewer panel. In this panel, you will be previewing all the animations that you have done. Also, you will be placing your text, your shapes, your masks, whatever is required, you will be placing it here. So this is a visual working area for your composition. On your right side here, you are presented with several panels to facilitate your work and to find speedily what you want to do. Now, the most important one is the composition panel. This is where your composition will appear and whatever is included in your composition will be on this side, and the timeline with its keyframes and all the movement that you have created or the animation you have created will appear here. So this is all about the standard workspace. This is not the only workspace. The standard workspace is not the only workspace we can work with. If you press on the down arrow here, you will notice that you have many other panels that you can use. For the sake of this course, we are going to work with the text panel. Now, the text panel still has the project, the composition viewer, and certain panels for really direct towards text, and of course, our composition panel. Now, this is good enough, but let's try to make it a bit better. And let us try to see how we can move the panels around and how to put them in a certain order that will facilitate our work and make it even faster. So the first thing I notice here that I have paragraph and text fully expanded, the effects is not expanded, and the preview is just one-liner. When I'm working with text, I always like to have the align panel. The align panel is very important to align the text in the screen or on the side according to the composition or to other text. Now, by opening the align panel, you notice that it has opened on the right side and it has diminished the composition size. For that, what I can do is click and hold on align and try to move it around. You can see that I can move it almost everywhere, almost. I want to put it here, next to preview. It makes sense to me to put align next to preview because it's either I'm aligning, I'm working on the text, or I want to preview, just to click here and to preview my animation. You notice effect here has become very small and it has only the search. So I'm gonna move effect to next to project. By moving effect to next to project, it expanded and I can see almost all the animations I want to have. Let's put projects before animation. So it makes a bit of sense because either I'm working on project or I'm looking at effects and trying to find out which effect I want. On this side now, you notice that my character panel is expanded, but my paragraph panel is not. So let me move my paragraph panel to this side. Here we are, you have the character and the paragraph and the align. So I have enough space now to move my timeline up and to make my working area here a bit bigger. Since I have worked on the text workspace, this will remain, and every time I come to text workspace, it will show me this layout. If I don't like it anymore, I can reset it. And remember, if you reset it, you have no way to go back to this layout. What you can do here is to create a new workspace and call it My Text Workspace. Now I have the text workspace. I can reset it. And I have my workspace, which is exactly what I want. I advise you that if you like certain panels, if you want them always there, do your own workspace, create it. The workspace area is very important, that it's comfortable for you and you find all the elements that you need to find. Try to play around, try to put your panels in ways that you would like them to be, and what is comfortable for you and what do you think you can reach. Of course, in the beginning, you might decide that this is okay, to find out later that there are some changes you want to do. It's always good to have your workspace in order and well configured for the work that you want to do. Thank you.